It's been a terrific year. Greatly exceeded our expectations. We started in March with about a 2,200 square foot garden at the food bank. We did a lot of work there, had to get the ground ready. We had to get rid of some fabric that was underneath it. And we did that because we didn't really know. We were in negotiations to purchase this 9 acres. We didn't really know when that was going to happen. And until it happens, it hasn't happened. So that garden at the food bank has been extremely productive. We've had great volunteers there. Liz and Mike Rotoli have done a great job. Yukio has done a great job. Lots of volunteers there. And from that little garden, 2,200 square feet, we've harvested over 2,000 pounds of beautiful fresh produce. So we harvest it, bring it into the food bank, they weigh it, and they give it away to food pantries. So that was very successful. This 9 acres gives us the opportunity to grow and donate many more thousands of pounds. So you can see right behind you, there's about 1/5 of an acre that we started in September. It took us a couple months to get the ground ready. So we've planted mostly winter crops, kale and collards, but we had zucchini, we had cucumbers. They were very productive. And so it's really exciting. With the kale and cucumbers, we can harvest year round. So, and then we started a field that's about 1.5 times this field here behind us. We planted 10,000 onions there, thanks to our incredible volunteers. I mean, we have over 100 volunteers, over 100 people who have signed up to be volunteers. Every week it seems like we get 2 or 3 more, and so that's really exciting. We knew that we needed, a well for irrigation. We knew we needed a deer fence. We knew we needed electricity. So far this year, we got the electricity put in about 3 months ago. Dominion ran a line underground from that transformer you see over there. The well has now been dug, and the pump needs to be put in, and then we're going to put in hydrants throughout the field so that we'll use that for irrigation in the spring. So we prepared now 4 different fields here, thanks to Andy Stone, who's dug the trench for the electricity to go into from the meter point to the pump, and also he eliminated a bunch of stubs over here so that field will be ready. So in this part of the farm, we'll start the spring with about 1.5 acres or a little bit more of planting. So our goal for next year is to grow and donate 25,000 pounds of fresh produce. So this area has a big gap in terms of fresh food access. We think once we're fully up and running in 3 or 4 years, we should be able to grow and donate about 100,000 pounds. But for next year, we're going to do this systematically, step by step. And that's kind of what we're doing. We have a great board of directors. We've got 8 people. We even have Els Van Wingerden right here, who's our board member. She's an awesome, awesome lady. She and her partner, Andy, have been incredible volunteers. Andy is out here, doing all kinds of stuff.
All the time.
Yeah. And we've got Sean McFadden. He's an awesome volunteer. He's helped to prepare so many of these fields. I could go through and spend the rest of the day talking about our volunteers, but they're just incredible people.
Els, based on what you've done so far this year, you just look at next year and just think anything's possible.
Anything is possible. No, I'm very excited about, doing a whole acre. And especially very excited that we have that many volunteers, because we will need more volunteers than 6 or 8 or 10 people, of course. And the kind of produce that we will be growing, especially with spring coming. Right now, of course, it's very cold. There's not much we can do right now besides the collards and the cabbages.
But even that has such a big impact.
It does. And it's so healthy, all those greens, of course. And, the food bank and the pantries are very happy. Right now, for example, we are harvesting and taking it to St. George Episcopal for a meal this evening for 100+ people. And they'll be cooking all of this freshly picked produce this evening.
They wouldn't have had that without
And they wouldn't have had it.
all of this.
Right, correct.
So, Rich, this is the end of the year. This is a good time to think about donations. And, boy, Rappahannock Education Farm should be on the top of a lot of people's lists.
I totally agree. And so far we've had 56 donors. We appreciate every single one of them. We need to raise our budget approved by the board for next year is $280,000. We have a lot of infrastructure we have to put in. I mentioned the well, the deer fence, the electricity.
A shed.
There's a shed, a building, there's equipment we need, and so forth and so on. So we're reaching out to the community, asking people to remember Rappahannock Education Farm in your year-end giving. Everything that people donate, I can tell you, will be put to good use. We're all volunteers, which it's like planting a seed. Every dollar donated is like planting a seed that continues to produce multiple crops that we donate to reduce hunger among our neighbors in the community.
Great effort, and something we should all. It really, Els, is something that everyone should embrace. And what you've been able to do, as Rich talked about this year, is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it is, and it should be a very easy sell, so to speak, because everyone can get behind this.
Yeah.
There's no one who would have any objections. And as I always say in terms of donations, no donation is too small or too large.
Yes.
And we're looking for a year-end match right now.
Yeah.
All donations will be matched.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me pick up
Up
on
to
that point
10,000.
just a bit that Els
Yeah.
made. So Bev and Dawn Newland have generously put out a $10,000 match that they'll match donations up to a total of $10,000. Right now we're at about 4,600 in that, so we need another over 5,000 to take full advantage of that match. Yesterday we got 3 donations in, which is yay. But so there's still plenty of time before year end, and we're hoping people will think about the Rappahannock Education Farm. They can go to our website, which is rappahannockfarm.org, and there's a donate button there. They can also donate on the button on our Facebook page. They can donate by check. They can donate online. As Elf said, no donation is too small or too large.
Can't
And
wait.
as Rich said, for the Facebook, it is Rappahannock Education Farm.
Yes.
The website is rappahannockfarm.org.
Can't wait to see what 2025 holds. If it's anything like what Rich, you and I have seen so far
Yes.
this year, next year is just going to be phenomenal.
Yes, it's going to be a great year. This year was really laying the foundation,
Yeah.
and it's a very good foundation. And next year is going to be more and exciting, and we're going to, build the place out. And our goal is to make it sustainable so that when people like Els and I are gone, the farm will continue to march on and do its thing for the community.
We don't have any plans to go yet.
Please don't. Please don't.